that box? Is it wine or?
Welcome back to South Georgia Home. Moved into the bedroom today to do this haul. I thought it'd be a little different. Went to an estate sale and a couple of thrift stores yesterday. The estate sale wasn't that great. I didn't get a whole lot, but I'm happy with what I got. I didn't get a whole lot of stuff though, so it's going to be a small haul. But I think the title of this is going to be Canning Lesson at the Estate Sale, or Canning Tips at the Estate Sale. There's some film that I filmed there. This lady had an incredible canning shed. I'm very jealous. I do can. I am limited on space in my pantry. It's the only space I have to hold all my stuff. So in that shed, should be the first thing up. I didn't notice if there was any air conditioning or any kind of ventilation or anything like that. I would think down here, as hot as it gets, you would have some kind of temperature control with your canning goods in your jars. Now, I don't know. She might have canned in years past. I don't know if she was still canning. She looked rather old. Her and her husband was there. He was 94. Both of them were on walkers. They had about 5 or 6 people conducting it. And he couldn't hear. He couldn't hear a bomb go off. I tried to chat him up about his coffee, and he was like, can't hear. So I do believe he said something about 1926. I want to say he was trying to reference the year he was born. But anyway, the house itself just had furniture inside of it. Now, the kitchen had pots and pans and glassware. But for the most part, the rest of the house was just furniture. Outside on tarps, they did have some linens. They had a few quilts and afghans inside, but the quilts were bought. They weren't handmade. And then the sheds were basically, I think I got everything out in the sheds. I don't think I got anything in the house. So we'll start off. The first thing I got, outside they had car porches, and that's where they had tables with knickknacks set up. This was out there. I've never seen, I do have a small collection of brass candlestick holders. I haven't bought one in a while, but this one was on the table and I saw it, and I've never seen one with its own snuffer. And you can see it has its bracket and then the snuffer. I hope the ring light's not taken away from the video, but I got a ring light trying to give me some light in this room. It's kind of dark. So, never seen a brass candlestick with its own snuffer holder. They did have another one and it had the bracket, but it didn't have the snuffer. So, which, I mean, I don't know. This one may go up for sale on eBay or it may stay. I'm not quite sure yet. So the next thing I got was free. In one of those sheds, they had a bookshelf kind of up high, and they had different books, different prices for books, but the Bibles were free. And I already have a small collection of Bibles, so, but I picked this one up. It's a simple black, I hope you can see the emboss right there. It says Holy Bible. I believe that's what it says. Yep, Holy Bible. And then on the side, and there's no copyright. I couldn't find the copyright in here. Just a simple little black Bible. And I thought, that's really cute. It reminds me of a little old lady who went to church faithfully, in good shape. I picked this up in the canning room, and you might see me glance over it with the film. It was quite dirty. I brought it home and washed it. It's a butter keeper or a butter bell. You put your butter in here. And the lady, when I was checking out, she was, asking me if I'd ever used one. And I have never used one. I knew what it was, but I've never used one. But she was like, smush your butter in here. Not margarine, not that stuff, which I don't use margarine. Butter is the only thing in our house. Put your butter in here and then put a little water in here, and it keeps your butter fresh. I have a butter dish that I keep next to my stove. Didn't always do that. Julie from Thrill Thrifters, I was watching her, and she has that same thing. She has a butter dish with and it's great. Even here in the South, I mean, we're temperature controlled in the house. We have HVAC, so the butter doesn't go rancid or anything, but it stays soft enough to spread. So when I'm making toast in the morning, I can just spread away on that bread. It's really nice to have some soft butter when you need it. So I don't think I'll be using this. It'll probably be going on eBay. It isn't marked on the bottom, but it is in good shape, and it's really cute for somebody who might want to keep their butter in a butter barrel. This I bought just to have. I have a 4-cup measuring cup, but it's a Pyrex, and it's fine. I like Pyrex, but it has some chips on the pour lip, which make me a little nervous when I'm using it. So I just went ahead and picked this up. This is by no means old. You can still get these, I'm sure, in Walmart all day long. It's an Anchor Hocking or Anchor. But I don't know if you can get them for $4 at Walmart anymore. So I picked that one up. And this is for canning or for doing anything, mixing anything up it's 4 cups. You can mix anything in there. Let's see. But she charged me $1 a piece for these as well. And I don't know if you can tell. That one is really losing its silver plate. You can see where the brass or the not silver shining through. But I really do like the handles. I like the way they're shaped. And these, I believe, are William Rogers. I don't know if you can see right in there, but I do like the look of them. They have a little filigree here and then down on the handle. Now, these 2 pieces were in that top box where it had a whole set of silver. I'm not particularly fond of the pattern, but it is silver and I can use it. This is a meat fork, and Thanksgiving's coming up, so we have Jason's family over to our house for Thanksgiving. So when we slice the turkey and the ham, we can put this on the platter for the meat. And you can see it's like a little bunch of grain or something right there, little plant. And I believe, I can't read it on that one, but I can read it on this. This is a gravy ladle. Same pattern. And I believe it says Prestige. I don't know if you can see it either. Anyway, Prestige plate. So I'm guessing silver plate. And one of the, I think it was in her she shed. This was behind the door. Didn't have a price on it, so I carried it around and I went and asked. When I checked out, she said $3, and I said, okay. I need a picture like I need another hole in my head, but I couldn't pass this one up. I like the picture, but I really like what's here. Georgia RR, Georgia Railroad. And this was in an Alabama house. So, yeah, I really like that picture. It's got its own hanger. I had to bring it home and clean it up because it was a little mess. And I do see a spot or two, like right here. That little spot right there is underneath the glass. I can't get that out. So the last thing I bought, someone there must have worked for Watkins Flavorings. They had a whole shelf going into the house. There was a whole shelf, looked like a store display of all the flavorings. I asked a guy who was, for whatever reason, looking over my shoulder. I said, I don't see a price. Do you know a price? And he said, I think $3 a bottle. So I grabbed one up, and it wasn't $3 a bottle. The bigger bottles were $5. Smaller bottles, I think they had one mint, one caramel, one almond. Those would have been $3. I didn't get those. I don't cook that much for that, so I didn't want to get that. But this is original baking vanilla with pure vanilla extract, extra rich. Now this is, you can see, 11 fluid ounces. So $5 for this is a pretty good deal. And I'm going to give you a comparison. This came from Walmart here a few weeks ago. I saw this on the clearance end cap at Walmart. You can see it says $5. Right here, I don't know if I can get it to focus or not. I don't know if you can see it. But it does say $9.94. So it was $9.94 and they reduced it to $5. And that is 2 fluid ounces. So $5 for 2 ounces. And this is pure vanilla extract. And this is baking vanilla with pure vanilla extract in it to make it extra rich. This is 11 ounces for $5. Now I have my own vanilla making. I started it last December. I got vanilla beans online. I have 2 quarts with vodka, and then I have a pint with Captain Morgan's rum. They're in the pantry, chilling out. They're not quite a year old yet, and we're probably going to let them go a little longer than that. So I left there. I went to a thrift store, and I bought this shirt. I don't shop at Chico's. I think it's a little too shishi for me. And I usually don't get clothes at thrift stores because they either don't fit or I just don't like the look of them. I'm kind of particular if I'm buying something for work. Where I work has to be a certain way. So even with this, if I decided to wear it to work, I'd probably have to wear a shirt underneath it because it has that weave pattern. You can probably see through it if you put just your bra. So anyway, it is a Chico's brand shirt. Now, still has its tags. And you can see right here, I believe you can see, it says Canada 99. So I don't know how much it was in the US, but it was 99 bucks in Canada. But here's what it looks like. It's just plain white. It has a little fringe at the bottom. I believe it's 3/4 sleeves. I don't think it's a long sleeve. I think it's 3/4 sleeves. But at the Dothan Rescue Mission, it was $5. So, $5. And I remember thinking, if I can't wear it, my mother could wear it. Probably too big for her, but one of us can wear it. Now, I went to the other thrift store. I think there's 2 Dothan Rescue Missions. One's on one side of the circle, one's on the other side. Closer to Walmart, and there's no trip to Dothan complete without going to the Walmart, right? Anyway, a couple of weeks ago, maybe a few weeks ago, my nephew and his beautiful daughter Ellie and his wife came by, and Ellie was helping rearrange my candlestick collection there on the table, complete with candlesticks. And she's 2, so some of them fell and they broke. She can get away with that because she's completely cute. Not too many other people could. But anyway, this is a replacement candle. It's just a white candle, white taper candle. It was 50 cents. I don't know how much it would cost you to get one at Walmart, but I thought, I'm here. 50 cents ain't bad. So, white candle. And at work, each department does its own little Christmas cards. You write Christmas cards to all the other departments, and we have a huge mail room with mailboxes. You just write out Christmas cards, Merry Christmas in the business office, and you stick it in people's boxes. So these were 50 cents. I believe this originally was Family Dollar. It was $1 at Family Dollar. They were 50 cents at the thrift store. This is also 50 cents. I don't like these as much as I do these, but I try to get cards that say Merry Christmas and not the Happy Holidays stuff, that may be, I'm not saying it's politically correct or not politically correct. I just prefer the one that say Merry Christmas. Anyway, that, and the last thing is this. I like this. I would really like to have a larger rug in this, but I don't want to pay the price. If you can see this rug, it's just a small rug. It'll probably go by my back door. And you can see, I don't know, you can't see. No, you can't see because I have it upside down. Right there, $7. This is made by Oriental Weavers. I don't know who sells these. I don't know if it's Target. I don't know if it's Walmart. I don't know what. But I liked it. It was only $7, so I picked that up. Now, the canning tip. In the video, you'll see me open up a water bath canner. Now, I have 2 water bath canners. One I bought at an estate sale a few years ago for $6. And it had the rack in it that was divided. You can only do 7 quarts. 7 jars, period. Because it has the little dividers in it. I paid $6 for it. A couple of years, well, that was a few years ago, maybe a year or so ago. I went to another estate sale and I found another water bath canner, brand new one. Had the rack in it that didn't have the dividers, just an open rack. You can put as many jars as you can fit in it. For $2. So for $8, I have 2 water bath canners that I can use. That water bath canner in the film was $4. And it had, I think, 2 racks in it and the jar lifters, that what you need to lift them out when they're hot. So if you're getting into canning, I said this before in a video, going to thrift stores, usually it seems like a good deal. Not really. Back during COVID, you couldn't find jars. Thrift stores, when they got their hands on them, they were jacking up the prices. I saw some at both those thrift stores I went to. One, pint jars were 50 cents, and the other one that had quart jars for $1. Walmart had brand new jars. Rural King had brand new jars, case of jars, 12 jars for 13, 14 bucks. You get brand new rings and brand new lids. So it's worth it to me because some of those jars that you get in thrift stores or even at estate sales have gunk on them that you have to scrape off. So before I would go buy $1 a jar in a thrift store, I'd buy a whole case of brand new ones at Walmart or Rural King. It's just the way I think about it. But the canning, if you're getting into canning and you're not sure if you like it and you don't want to spend a lot of money, water bath canners used to be 28 bucks at Walmart. I don't know if they've gone up. I mean, everything's gone up, but I don't know how much they are now, but they used to be $28. So $4, you're taking $24 off of starting something that you don't know if you're going to keep on. You pay $4 at an estate sale, you take it home, you use it. If you don't like it, then you donate it, and you and Goodwill both got a good deal. So that's one thing. They did have stock pots, and on the back shed they had, I believe it was either a turkey fryer or a crawfish cooker. It was a big aluminum pot and had the basket that you could take up. Either way, they had a lot of that stuff there. Like I said, she was a canner. She may not have done it in the last season, but she has before. Anyway, that's my biggest tip for anybody getting into canning. Go to estate sales. Now, I will say, pressure canners. Be careful with pressure canners at estate sales because, especially with their age, it's always good if you have one that you're not sure about to replace the rubber seal, the rubber gasket on the inside. I think the American canners that have the clamps, they don't have the rubber seals, but the ones that you normally find, like Presto, which I use, has a rubber seal on the inside, a rubber gasket, and it has a rubber pop-off valve. If you have any thought that that rubber isn't good, it's not going to seal, you can always order one online. Or in some places like Rural King, I know, maybe Walmart, I'm not sure, carry replacement rings, those rubber gaskets. So just make sure if it's one you're getting in an estate sale, look it up and see that you can buy yourself a new ring or buy yourself a new pop-off plug. The rubber stuff can be replaced. If it's a good price, then you've got a good deal. I bought one in an estate sale one time. It was older. It had a 1978 little cookbook pamphlet that was inside of it. And I thought, man, this is great. Until I started trying to find a gasket for it. And I can't. So just be careful. You can use it as a water bath canner if you want. You can turn anything pretty much into a water bath canner as long as it's deep enough to hold your jars with 1 inch of water over the lids and to boil it. But the stock pots come in handy too if you're going to make chicken broth or tomato sauce or sometimes, jelly if you're making a lot of jelly. I like to have a deeper pot when I'm making jelly because it splashes. So anyway, or I splash it when I'm turning it. That's my fault. Anyway, that's the canning tip. I didn't know what I was getting into that day. I did film it for this, but also wanted to show my husband because I keep telling him I need a bigger house. 2 people in a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, and we both say we need a bigger house. Anyway, that's the canning tip. Hope you get something out of that. It was a small haul, but hope to do a little educational with the canning. That is something that another part of South Georgia Home that we do. We do our own gardening and canning. I haven't done a canning video, I don't think. I've done a freezing video. And I hope to put up a planting onion video pretty soon whenever my onions come in. And anyway, that's pretty much it for this haul. Thanks for coming back. Please, if you like us, hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment. We like hearing from you. And we'll see you again next time.